I am Gloria Neto, and I am presenting here a health issue on adolescent and teen suicide to the local maternal and child health coalition, so that we can look at these issues together and try to find how to resolve the situation from becoming worse. The problem here is that I personally define suicide here as having to intentionally cause one's own death. And when this happens between the ages of 10 and 19 years of age, it is said to be adolescent and teen suicide. Broadly speaking, suicide is thought of as an individual problem, but from public health context, it usually impacts families, communities, and society in general. Defining adolescent problem from the social determinants of health, which are all the things in the environment that affects people's health, the food we eat, what we drink, and persons around us and where we live. Looking at it from all that angle, it is very much related to what is happening in the adult and in the adolescent and teens suicide, because they are embedded in the environment and things in the environment affect them. Then we look at the issue in Nigeria. What exactly is this problem about adolescent and teens suicide? Articles, journals have revealed that in Nigeria, all over the world, it is becoming an epidemic, and in Nigeria in particular, it is peaked. It is mainly affecting people between the ages of 15 and 18 years of age. 11% of adolescents in a study carried out in Nigeria showed that 15 years old adolescents committed suicide in a year, and it is peaked at 17 years when it was reported that 30.8% committed suicide. There is really no single factor causing suicide. Rather, throughout life, a combination of factors such as mental illness, alcohol use, painful losses to close ones, all these put together can give rise to suicidal tendency. The socio-ecological model is here presented to really give an insight to how to look at these problems from 5 levels. The individual level, which it can be caused by what happens in that person by taking alcohol excessively or drug. The interpersonal level, where the individual can have a strained relationship with the loved ones, and this can cause it. We have the organizational level, where the school work, the school environments can really be a problem here at that organizational level. The community level, the surroundings in the community, what the expectation of the adolescent to the community and the community towards the adolescent may not be what they expect from the person too, and they even cause more stress for the individual. And then the policies in the community can also be a problem here, because the government may not have put in place what the adolescent expects to be able to live well in the society. Now we also look at the proposed intervention that we can use, proposed intervention to be able to use to solve these problems. And I have 3 here. The gatekeeper training, which is geared towards training some individuals that can come out and be able to diagnose early the causes and diagnose early an individual that has the suicidal tendency or is going to commit suicide at any point in time. This can be people like the teachers are trained, the nurses, the doctors, all are trained towards recognizing the signs of proposed suicide. And then there's another one, the problem-solving therapy, PST. In this problem-solving therapy, the individual is helped to identify and master his problem, so that the problems do not weigh that person down. There's a lot of counseling here, bringing them together in an open place and having discussion let them open up their minds and all that. And then there's this new hope in which one can give a 2-hour video film, video for the individual to watch, whether the community people watch along, and they devise means of knowing that life is not all of sorrows, that we can overcome our problems if we really are serious to overcome them, because things will always happen and they will always overcome. Then the role of the health educator here is really that very important. The health educator must be equipped with knowledge that is required to handle this very sensitive case. The health educator must need resources which he has to seek for resources to be able to human resources, financial resources, to be able to really get to the roots of this problem. And so the health educator too needs to train people, like I have said earlier, to train personnel that can help to quickly and early identify cases of suicide, and emphasize resilience, to the people, that they have to let the people develop strong mind and heart to be able to cope with the issue of problems that can lead them to commit suicide. And of course, the health educator also has to seek collaboration with the government, and with the government as well as the non-governmental agencies around, for help to be able to cope. What relationship is there between the intervention and the program? The relationship here is that it's very positive. The ecological model looks beyond the individual, so it makes it very positive because it looks at everything holistically, both the individual, the family, the individual, the interpersonal relationship, and government, community policy. So this makes it very positive, and every part is really taken care of in using this model to handle this case. Now, what are the proposed evaluation? How do you propose the evaluation here? Looking at the gatekeeper, you have to be able to identify whether they've been able to have enough knowledge, self-efficacy, they have the necessary skills, have they been well trained, can they handle this case? And usually one can rate them on a 0 to 4 scale and see how they score. And the higher the score, the better the success. The problem-solving therapy is also there. One can actually check how far people come in for classes that are being organized. Are they trying to avoid the classes? The attendance rate here is very important because it shows willingness, it shows doggedness. But when they keep away and give excuses and don't come, then one will know that the problem solving therapy is not working very well. Then the new hope intervention, the knowledge of the situations that may cause them to hurt themselves, and must be identified. And 90% of the participants, when they can do this, they and score 4/4 at a rating scale of about 5. In about 3 months, they are able to score that good mark. Then one can say one has reached a good success level. What are the challenges? There are challenges, barriers to this intervention. The challenges here, for the gatekeepers, they may really not be very willing to be part of it, and the solution here is to continue to encourage them, to persuade them. The problem-solving therapy, the challenge here is that there may be a cognitive overload, poor emotional regulation skills, biased cognitive processing. There may be hopelessness, feeling of hopelessness on the part of the candidate, ineffective planful problems. All these are problems, but the solution to this is to train people in multitasking, helping them to look beyond their problems, and even giving them a possible diversional therapy. In the one of new hope, diversional therapy is very good because they always feel that no hope, and they may just not be willing, and then one can give them hope to continue to live in life by giving them some other therapies. Then there is the logic model, which is also a very good one. This logic model is to say, what do you want to do and what do you intend to achieve? what you want to do, what you put in, the activities you carry out, outputs, and what you want to achieve. And these are all in terms of human resources. You put in human resources, what the activities, what do you want them to do, and all that. All these are the things that the logic model takes care of. And finally, we have some references. Thank you.